Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Something that I see talked about a lot right now, not really well, is we're talking about doorways, threshold assessments. A lot of people look at it pretty two-dimensionally on how you would move through it. And it actually is pretty simple. You just walk through the door, but we like to find ways to make it really complicated in the tactical sense of we want to try and do it a very specific way. We want to slide through it. We want to, do some things that people get a lot of heartburn about, whether that's taking the stock out of the shoulder for reasons that you don't need to, or you will pan a door or roll the door, get from one side to the other, which I'm not really going to get into here. I know a lot of people have pretty strong opinions for one reason or the other, but I am going to talk about how to set up on the door and how to make entry a couple different ways and talk about a couple different perspectives to this that I think some people miss when you're talking about this, when you're making an evaluation or an assessment of the threshold and how we want to go in, what you can pick up, what you miss. You guys can see here in the door, this is what we would call a corner fed room because the door is at the corner of the room. I know it's crazy, right? So I'm going to talk about how I would set up on this, how I would go about making entry, some of the different ways you can do that, and some of the concerns and areas of focus that we'd have to look at. Okay, so as we line up on the threshold, a couple things to keep in mind is we don't want to expose with our barrel or our muzzle past the door. Obviously, if we were to do that, people inside the room can see you. Total common sense, but it's missed by a lot of folks, especially if you're one of these guys that likes to change how you run your gun week to week or day to day, and apparently the barrel length doesn't stick with your muscle memory. I never really understood that. You're literally looking at the frame of the door. Don't put the tip of the gun past the frame of the door. It's not hard. But as we're lining up on this, we want to be set off somewhere between like a 30 and a 45 degree angle, so we maximize our field of view into the room. One of the things that gets dropped, people miss a lot, is they want to get tight to this wall. And if you guys try it with the doorway, you'll see the tighter to this wall that you get, you actually narrow down that angle that you can see into the room. You're actually cutting yourself out of how much information you can gain from outside the threshold. So when you're setting up, like we said, 30 to 45 degrees here, it's okay to lean into that if you want to try and check that deep corner to see what you can see, but it's not where I would set up to take the door. Now, when we talk about making our entry, the simplest way to do this is path of least resistance or flowing through or stepping through. Couple of guidelines to that. You keep your strong leg, I guess, to the wall is what's going to be forward, right? So the wall is on my right side, my right foot is forward, and when I'm ready to commit to entry, I'm going to step forward with my left foot to the center of the threshold, and depending on how I want to do this, my next step will take me through the doorway. So some people, if you want to condense the rifle, you can slide it up over your shoulder so that your profile is smaller. You can make it through that doorway, and as you make it through, you can punch out to adjust the corner. If you don't like that because you think that having a stable firing platform is most important, totally get that. You want to keep the stock in your shoulder pocket. Same rules apply here. We're just gonna, instead of stepping forward like we did before, we're gonna step slightly outward on an angle. And then as we push through the door, we're just gonna have to pivot with our hips to get around and address that deep corner, right? Stays in our shoulder pocket, and we dig the corner. It's not that big a deal. Guys get really wrapped around the axle or about that. So in context, what that'll look like is something like this. And you see that deep corner, and then you're gonna scan your sector. Now, with a corner fed room, obviously, if we're outside the doorway here, we have all of this space in the far corner. We can check that doing something called a center check, which you just check the center of the room as you approach the door. It's not fancy. It doesn't really add anything. You just take the opportunity to square your shoulders, at least somewhat, to the doorway as you're making entry. So in this instance, if I swing out here, I haven't exposed my muzzle through the threshold. I can now visually clear that there's nobody in that far corner, and I can continue to press through the threshold and take the deep corner, continuing in, scanning, and It doesn't have to be that complicated. You don't have to do a center check. There's lots of teams out there that as a standard SOP won't do that. You can also, instead of pushing that deep corner, you could do what's called running the rabbit. So again, as we line up, we're gonna take our step out. You can leave the gun in or out of the shoulder pocket. And as we make entry here, we can visually clear that that corner is empty, there's nothing there. And as I make my entry, I'm gonna push to that corner while keeping the rifle addressing that deep dead space that I haven't cleared. And at that point with the center check, right, starting here, I've cleared visually about 40% of the room. As I make that center check here, I've now cleared about 85% of the room. There's nothing else for me to address except for this dead space in the deep corner. So as I come through, I'm gonna present to that, but I'm gonna move down the long wall, make room for a second person to come through. So again, we didn't really get into panning. We didn't get into pieing the door, rolling the door. If you do those things, really cool. If you don't do it, also really cool. Fundamentally, I think the things that people miss on is they want to get as tight to the wall as they can. Again, they cut themselves out of a lot of information instead of stepping out to this 30 or 45 degree mark. And then we get really, really emotional about leaving the stock in the shoulder or short stocking it as we come through. I think both are good as long as you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. I think it all works. So to talk about and illustrate the angles of exposure here, this is a clear gun with a chamber block in it. So everybody don't freak out. We're being very safe here. So as I look into this room, 30 to 45 degrees off the threshold, you can see, or I can see a lot more of the room, about 40% from here. Now, as I get tighter to this wall, it's okay to swing in and try and check that deep corner as much as I can. But if I set up here, if I set up in this position, I greatly reduce what I can see, and I'm committing to my entry at that point with a lot less information. It's much more beneficial as a best practice to commit to that 30 to 45 degree angle here, see what I can see. If I need to, switch up my feet a little bit, I can lean out, see a little bit more. I can switch my feet. I can get tight to the wall, see a little bit more. And I've seen about, I don't know, at this point, maybe 60% of the room. Now, if I commit to entry with a center check or a center step or a step center, whatever I'm doing, I've seen almost 100% of this room, maybe 90, 95% of this room. The only thing I haven't seen is that deep corner, and I'm gonna push down the long wall. And at this point, we get 2 people in this room and we're in really, really good shape. Hopefully that adds some context. It doesn't have to be super complicated. You wanna do a center check, just square your shoulders to center the room. If you don't want to, because your team doesn't do that, then also really cool. Filling in some of the gaps, adding some details to this. We didn't even talk about footwork a whole lot. Everybody gets really upset about that too on the internet. Hopefully this was helpful. So let me know in the comments if you guys hated this. Let me know if you think I missed something, how you feel about it. Love the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.